Hey guys, it's Briar here, and today I'm going to be doing another LPS unboxing video, but this one is so exciting. I finally got my hands on some Wave 5s. To be more specific though, I got my hands on all four of the Littlest Pet Shop pet pairs for Wave 5. So without further ado, I think it's time we just get started and start unboxing them. So as you can see, there's all four boxes here, and the packaging is so cute. I've been seeing these on YouTube. Something I don't see talked about is how tiny these boxes are. Like, when I got to the store and I saw that these were way tinier than, like, the other ones, it surprised me. So, okay. So for all four, we have the Sugar and Spikes, the Books and Bling, the Chill and Chase, and the Punk and Pastel. I'm mostly excited for the Books and Bling, the Chill and Chase, and the Punk and Pastel. Sugar and Spikes is pretty cool because of the bee, but I'm not too much of a fan of that bee mold. But what I am excited for is that Angora bunny mold. I cannot wait to be opening it and seeing what it looks like. And also this little beaver here. And I just love them all so much. Alright, so let's get started. Starting with the green paw. Now, I have no idea what is in any of these. I know what we're going to be getting, but I don't know what is in what color. So let's start with the green paw, shall we? Okay, so of course to start, we have our little checklist here. We have our sassiest, our friendliest, our chilliest, our fanciest. We have so many options for what we're going to be getting for Wave 5, and of course, as I have been made aware, there's also some on here that are event pets and aren't listed on here. I would say the pets that I'm so excited for is all of the blind box pets, but my favorite ones is this fox here. I really love the little Easter raccoon, I'm pretty sure this one is. I'm also excited for that bull. The hamster is pretty cute. If I had to say what else I'm pretty excited for, I'm not really excited for the Great Dane. For those who are a fan, I'm so sorry. I just don't like the patterns on that Great Dane that much. But I am so excited for this little poodle here. So I'm going to be having a series where any pet that is like coquette themed or kind of like gives the vibe, I'll be setting up a shelf specifically for them. So this little poodle, once I get my hands on her, she is going to be starting it. And something that LPS Honey in her video mentioned that I've seen of her reviews, this panda looks like the little Hawaiian Hello Kitty thing. I gotta say, I agree. The vibe looks so amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on her when I can. I'm not too excited for this cat, except the mold I'm excited for, but I don't really like the patterns on 437. I definitely think there could have been way more going on with that one. Alright, now as for our card, it looks like the green paw is the beaver! Oh, I can't believe I got the card for the beaver. I'm so happy I got the card. So, it is a Hungriest, a level 3 in core, and oh my gosh, I've noticed that they actually have the little labels for these. In the other previous cards that I've seen, Basic Fun hasn't listed these. I'm so thankful they have. Thank you so much, Basic Fun, for listing Hungriest level 3 in core. It is so good to be seeing the change made to this card, but this beaver is definitely cute, and I can't wait to be opening her up now. So let's get started! So first up, we have our beaver, and oh my goodness! They're so precious! I adore this beaver. I can't say I have any complaints. They're so cute. The patterns are adorable. I definitely feel like maybe on the body they could have had some more patterns going on. But this reminds me of the little coffee capybara that they released in Wave 4. So I can't complain. This beaver is the cutest little guy I've seen so far. Definitely a great way to start off this unboxing video. Alright, so next up we have our accessories. So we have the glasses that go to the beaver, and I'll put that on them in a second. Honestly, these look pretty good. I've got to say, it's definitely a step in the right direction compared to the last video of those little sunglasses that I was complaining about, so definitely a really good step in the direction. These little book accessories are a new accessory that Littlest Pet Shop now has. Very cute, very nice. Next to an LPS, here's what it looks like next to them. The only accessory that I really don't like that Wave 5 is releasing is this crown headband. I don't like how tilted forward the crown is. And not to mention, from what I've seen on the pets in videos, it looks pretty wonky. However, it might change my mind if I see the otter wearing it. So speaking of the otter, let's get her opened up right here real quick. Right, so here is our otter. I've got to say, she is beautiful. I love the little marking that she has on her arm. Mine has a bit of a scuff near that paw there. It probably... Well, oh, nope, there it is, right below the little golden marking. The airbrushing is beautiful. I love it. She gives me a bit of, Glinda vibes from, the new Wicked. But I love how she looks. Honestly, she's very solid. Alright, let's see how the, pets look like with their accessories on now. Right, so here's our pets with their accessories. So, the beaver with her glasses, very cute, definitely fits. Had a bit of a challenge putting it on, and it still looks a little wonky, so maybe there's a more proper way you're supposed to put it on these pets, but, I've gotta say, very cute. I love our little nerdy beaver. Now, on to the accessory that I've kind of had my gripe about so far, which is the crown. So, upon seeing it in person, it's a little weird still. I still don't really like it exactly, but it's not as bad as I've seen in videos. So, I would say that it's kind of a bit of a gray area for my opinion on how I feel about the crown. Maybe on some pets it fits, but others not so much. Alright, moving on. So, the next box I'm going to be opening up is our orange paw, and I'm kind of excited to see what we get next, since the beaver definitely has gotten my hopes up with, like, how all these pets are gonna look. So let's get this open. Alright, so for our next one and for the orange paw, we have... the little bunny! Oh, I can't wait to be opening up this set. Okay, so she is a friendliest, a level 2, and rare. And she is number 4112. I'm so glad that I got her card out of the woodpecker or the bunny, but I am excited to have both since this is my first woodpecker and my first Angora bunny in my collection. So without further ado, let's get these open. Alright, so first up we have our accessories, starting with this little stuffed bear plush. It's pretty cute. It's a basic accessory, but honestly, I can't say there's nothing bad about it. It's a pretty adorable accessory, and I can't wait to have it in, like, sets or if I do any, like, skits. Next up is the most exciting two accessories that I would say that we've gotten, which is the little electric, guitar here, which definitely gives me, Bonnie vibes from Five Nights at Freddy's. I feel like this is something maybe Toy Bonnie would have, or, like, even normal Bonnie, but it's pretty cute. I love the little paws on the back of the guitar, and they put so much detailing into these accessories. This is definitely a step in the right direction with the quality that we've gotten with these sets. Next up is a little electric keyboard, little paws for the feet on the bottom, a little battery port. It's just the accessories have definitely gotten way more detailed. I love the little keyboard and I love the guitar. Alright, moving on next, we have our pets. So for our first pet in the pet pair set of this one, we have the woodpecker. Oh, I love their colors. I love that I got a natural colored woodpecker for my first one in my collection. Definitely so cute. Love the wood. I've always loved the woodpecker molds. This little guy is definitely adorable. He is the perfect little bird that I've got in my collection. The colors are nice. The eye colors are nice. I never really have any complaints about the pupil shapes. I like them because of the whole personality that they carry with it. And yeah, here's our little woodpecker. I love that they got the little thing so you can put it on little like bars and that. And moving on next, we have our Angora bunny. Alright, here she is. And oh my gosh! I love her so much. Her colors are so perfect. I love I adore her eyes. They're so perfect. Basic Fun definitely nailed it for our first Angora bunny. I know I've seen some people not like the colors in that, but there is one more thing with this pet I gotta test. So, in LPS Cobalt opening of this Angora bunny, the ears were very bendy and the head was the squishiest he'd seen. So, let's start for a squish test. So, mine is definitely a lot more rock solid, and as for the ears, okay, we definitely have some bend action. Yeah. Definitely very bendy, but still more stiffer than LPS Cobalt's Angora Rabbit. But I gotta say, the quality is really good for this pet. Definitely a favorite out of the entire set of the pet pairs for Wave 5. Alright, moving on, we have our last two sets that we've got, and I'm going to start with our Purple Paw. Alright, so for the Purple Paw, we have... Yep, Sugar and Spikes. I'm kind of glad that this isn't the one I'm opening last. So, I'm not too excited that I got the card for the Iguana. The Iguana is definitely not my favorite of the set because if those of you know, we've kind of already gotten this Iguana with almost these exact same colors. And a little bit of a gripe that I have is that this Iguana is supposed to wear, like, gothic-y kind of clothing, but, like, it's a yellow and orange Iguana. We get an emo fish, but the Iguana doesn't have, like, a black or white color scheme or, like, even at least a little darker. So, I don't really like this Iguana. I definitely plan on customizing her. So stay tuned for that video, and I definitely would love some like design ideas you guys would have for this Iguana. So without further ado, let's get this opening of this one out of the way. So, starting with our accessories, we have the pink skirt for the bee and the black skirt and the collar for our Iguana, which I've been excited to be getting this little spike and this little skirt. However, something I've been hearing talk about, and according to LPS Cobalt, is these skirts are supposed to be fitted for Great Danes. So I kind of am going to be seeing in person what this actually looks like now on these pets. So without further ado, let's get these opened and with their accessories on. So, here's the guys. And as you can see, our Iguana is struggling to pull off this skirt. So, yeah, definitely LPS Cobalt was right about the skirts maybe being fitted for our Great Danes. So, if you own a Great Dane and you kind of want them to be dressed like a goth baddie here, this is the outfit for you. I will say the collar went on really easy, so I'm proud to say that. The skirt did go on the pet very easy, but it can't stand. Now, onto our bee, which is kind of the only reason I bought the Sugar and Spike set. Our little bee is pretty cute. She's really cute. I'm not a fan of this mold. I prefer the tinier bee mold. Basic Fun, please drop the tinier bee mold. This bee is okay, but I like the other one more. The mold's pretty good, but as you can see, the skirt doesn't also fit this pet. It's pretty unfortunate, since this is what we were given for our accessories for these two, and they don't fit. Or work, whatsoever. But yeah, besides the disappointment of the Iguana and the skirts, honestly, if you swap the Iguana for a different pet and or even just had the bee on her own, this is a pretty okay pet pair set. So moving on to our last one, we have the pink box. So without further ado, let's get it opened and see what's inside. So for our last set and what comes in the pink pot, it is, the chameleon, and I think it's a cheetah. It is a big cat mold, but it's either a cheetah or a leopard. And the chameleon is a fanciest pet, level 3, and exotic. I really love this chameleon, but then again, I'm pretty biased because I love anything pink. But let's get these little guys open and reviewed. I'm the most excited about this one besides the bunny. So let's see them. Okay, so starting with our accessories, we have cute little sunglasses, a little leopard or cheetah print coat, I think this is, or like a cape, And then lastly this is pretty cool, an actual movable skateboard for the cheetah, which is why I think it's a cheetah, because, you know, they go fast. But these accessories, out of all of them besides the electric guitar and that, these are the most solid and coolest accessories that the Pet Pair set has. So, without further ado, let's look at the pets. So, first up we have our cheetah, and oh my god, I love this pet. Like, I'm usually not a fan of the big cat pets, but oh man, this one has officially won my heart, and like could be the only one of my favorites right now, unless Basic Fun can top this. But and why I believe it's a cheetah, for those asking, is if you look closely, this little guy has the little eye stripes, the little vision stripes that cheetahs have so they can see better. So that's why I think it's a cheetah and not a leopard, because it has the cheetah stripes on and around its eyes and near its muzzle. But oh my god, I love and adore this pet. Like, nobody can make me hate them. There is no scuff markings. The paint job is absolutely perfect. The marking placing is it is beautiful. This pet is one of the most gorgeous one in the Pet Pair set, and honestly, in any of the sets that I've seen so far that Basic Fun has dropped. So, next up we have our last pet, and I'm very excited to see how this one looks. Last up we got our little chameleon. You guys, Basic Fun has cooked. They have nailed the markings, the color. This little girl, she is so beautiful. I love this chameleon. Something pretty funny that I've been joking around and saying about this chameleon is that the little blue on its legs makes it look like that this chameleon is just wearing gloves. And considering she's a fanciest pet, I would say that my theory of her wearing gloves kinda checks out. But honestly, what a way to end this video with this chameleon and this gorgeous cheetah. But yeah, honestly, with the Pet Pair set, definitely get it. If this is what you want to do to start your collection, or if you want to start collecting LPSs again, or if you're unsure about the Wave 5s because of the quality of the blind bags that have been going around, please start with the Pet Pairs. They do not disappoint. The only one is the lizard one with the bee, but besides that one, all 3 of the other sets are amazing, and I highly suggest you get them. But alright, I'll definitely be getting way more Wave 5s, and when I manage to get my hands on the blind bags and that, I will be doing another review video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am having so much fun making these videos. It is such an honor to be getting to do LPS videos, a big dream of mine. So please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye!